I'm Sarah.
And I'm David. Let's talk about Big Brother 6.
What a
This
week of episodes.
Season is so dramatic. It's so different from the way the game is played now. Like, people fly off the handle. Like, it's just great drama. And this was an amazing HOH.
This week was like, this is how the game should be played.
Yes.
This was great
Yes.
gameplay.
It was so good. And it
Loved
starts with Kaysar has won the HOH.
Yep.
This is like not good for a lot of people in the
No.
house. People are nervous because Kaysar's been a huge target for the first 2 weeks and
he was
been
just
on the outs.
involved in like the fight.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Most people are like scared, mad, upset.
Yeah.
Except for Janelle.
Janelle's so happy. She's like,
great.
Kaysar,
I love it.
Kaysar, we're friends.
And we quickly find out Howie's pretty excited.
I was like, where did this come from?
Right?
Like, Howie just walks into the gold room with Janelle and Kaysar and is like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Let's strategize, you guys. And I'm like,
Wait,
is
what?
Howie playing a great social game? Like, is he just in with everybody?
I mean, yes. I mean, we think he's inappropriate wildly, but he has been social. He doesn't seem like a threat. He doesn't seem smart. So I think everyone is like okay with him. But he walked into that room and got serious.
Yeah.
I was like, who's this Howie?
No, he was like, we need to get James out
he
because
was
James
like,
is a huge
you
physical
got the
threat.
power, make it happen.
Like, let's make a big move, you guys. Let's go, let's go. And I'm like, okay. The other side of the house, like, Yvette is so mad. She thinks Janelle is dumb. Eric is mad at Howie for playing both sides.
Right.
But ultimately, you know, Howie has suggested James as this target, and Kaysar's like, I don't know, I think I can get James. Like, I don't know if we need to go after him. Let me work on it.
Right. It is interesting to see Kaysar being like, I want to work with him. And you're like, why?
Why? How come?
Slow your roll.
I guess, though, Kaysar's trying to build this coalition, right? Like, he's trying to,
you need more than Janelle and Howie.
That's right. You got to build out your side of the house a little bit. Like, he's probably thinking, if I've got Howie, maybe I can get Rachel, but I need, like, another pair.
And he knows James is smart.
Yeah.
So, like, if you can get a smart person on your side, great.
Right.
I'm just concerned here at the top.
So he's like, basically his strategy is, James, listen, buddy, you need to come clean, okay? I know about the pairs. It's this and this, and he lays out every single pair. And he's like, that leaves you and Sarah. Are you and Sarah a duo? And James is like, no.
James flat out is lying his booty off. No, not at all. I was gonna come in with him. This guy had medical issues. I get it. Why everyone else has pairs.
Yeah.
It's like, what? He's really reaching with the story.
Really reaching.
Which is good because Kaysar buys it.
Yeah, he does.
He's like, okay, all right. Well, then I'm gonna believe in James.
So weird. He's like, I guess, yeah, I don't think James would lie to me. And I'm like, what? What kind of sense does it make?
But I'm also kind of annoyed that Kaysar is telling him all the pairs.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, maybe James knows all of them, but, like, Kaysar's telling him all of them.
Right.
So that worries me.
Yeah. So then there's a segment of Yvette coming out to April, and April is like, I was struck that April would bring up God and say that, you know, God sent you to me because he knew that I wouldn't judge you. I'm like, okay, this is like an unusual reaction.
Very supportive.
Very supportive. Like, for someone to bring up God and then be like, it's no big deal, it's so cool that you're gay, like, I'm glad you came out to me. I'm like,
nice combo to hear.
Okay, yeah.
I'm like, why the heck is this a secret in 2005? Why does Yvette feel like she can't just, like, walk in the door open and honest?
Especially with Beau in the house and he's, like, openly gay, like, you're not alone. Like, you've got another person there who's, like, living free and proud and loud. Like, why are you now keeping it a secret? Maybe she has some, like, weird family stuff with it.
I don't know.
I don't know, but
I was bummed that was a thing. And then, like, of course April is then I'm like, of course April's open.
Yeah.
Like, because it shouldn't be a big deal.
Right.
Thank goodness April is like, yes.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a big
fine,
deal.
like, relax. Like, it's not a big deal. Yeah. Then we see Janelle, the brilliant strategist that she is. Like,
brilliant.
I cannot, like, Janelle's the only one that I know, like, goes far, and I can't wait for more from her, but she says, Kaysar, you gotta put up Maggie and James and make Eric pick. Because Janelle hates Eric.
Yes.
And so she wants to put him in a tough spot.
Yes, okay. They keep telling us about this deal, right?
Yes.
Eric did these one-on-ones. Kaser fell into the mix where he was like, okay, you keep me safe, I
keep
give
you
you safe.
Yeah.
So Eric presumably has safety. But that's not the only way you get to somebody.
That's
and
right.
Janelle is spelling it out.
Yes.
We still can get to Eric by putting up his pair and someone he's very closely
Very
aligned
aligned
to.
with, yes.
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Kaser still is saying, I want to work with James.
I don't know.
So I'm not feeling like this is what's going to happen because I'm still trying to follow what Kaser is thinking.
Yeah.
Of course, we have to get a Howie segment.
Another Howie segment. I wrote another Howie disgusting pig segment.
I wrote Howie is gross and Rachel likes it.
Yeah, because he's like, your boobs are great. You have a great ass. And Kaser's like, I don't know if
Maybe
you shouldn't say
maybe
that.
that's not appropriate.
And Rachel's like, well,
I'd rather him like it than not. And I'm like, Rachel, you're not helping.
you're not helping the situation.
Do not give him permission.
Yeah, don't empower him like that, but whatever.
Okay, move on to food comp.
Food comp, and it's a spelling bee.
Oh,
and
this is fun.
I'm gonna say it. I think Janelle was faking when she misspelled spaghetti.
She might have been.
She was like, it was like, thou doth protest too much when she was like, ooh, hold on a second. Wait. Ooh, wait. Ooh, I'm not sure. Ooh. And I was like, you know exactly how to spell spaghetti. But whatever, she
But
misspells
then
it.
Rachel misspells broccoli.
Yeah. Sarah misspells cauliflower. Howie misspells rhubarb. Apparently, Rachel and Howie are the dumbest duo in the house.
Yes.
And they've got
No,
this...
I think Sarah is the dumbest. Like, how do you not know cauliflower?
that is the easiest. Well, spaghetti's not that hard either, but again, I think Janelle faked it. But yeah, cauliflower, C-O-L-I.
C-O? Come on.
Okay.
No. But Jenny can spell mayonnaise. Jenny, who
Yeah.
seemingly is the dumbest
yeah.
person in the house. And she spells mayonnaise. That one I think you can mess up.
Yeah, right.
Anyway.
So it's the spinny wheel, and you know, whenever they spell the word right, they get to take down a PB&J, and the odds are in their favor.
yeah, they had plenty. Okay, yeah, we had a few dumb people, but like we have plenty of spots open.
to get food.
No.
No.
The
of
wheel
course.
is not their friend.
They were like, Kaser, you're the HOH, you spin the wheel. And then he spins it, and it like starts to slow down on food, and they're all like,
They're
yeah!
celebrating.
And then it keeps
It just
ticking.
that wheel just kept going. I think there was a PA behind it.
Yeah.
Just like, nope, nope, nope,
Nudge
nope,
it,
nope, nope, nope,
nudge it. Yeah, so they got PB&J for the week, and so...
And they were
They're
legit
so
pissed.
mad.
They're like storming around outside.
I mean, some of them at this point have eaten PB&J for weeks.
This is their third week on PB&J.
And that's all you can eat, remember?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Was it Janelle who was like, whatever, this is my first week on PB&J.
Yeah.
Love it.
She's the best.
Another wonderful Howie segment where he's a Jedi,
my
but
God.
oh no, Jedis can have sex.
Oh,
so
I'm
now
out.
he's questioning
I don't wanna
that.
be a Jedi
And then my
anymore.
note is, why so many segments for him?
It's like he's the only
Was
person they
he
cast for entertainment value
The
or
TV
something.
fun guy?
Oh, Lord. Ugh.
If any of you watched it in 2005, please tell us.
Yeah.
Was like that the vibe that it was like, ha ha ha, Howie, we love
Was
him?
it fun? Like, was it like, Howie's
Yeah.
so funny and crazy and this is great? Like, we love all these Howie segments?
I would
or
like
was
to
it
know.
like, he's the worst? Why is he getting so many segments? Yeah,
Yeah.
what was the, public perception back then? Please fill us in. So then we see Yvette trying to make good with Kaser a little bit.
Okay, this is like barely making good.
Yeah.
She's just like being polite.
Yeah, she was like, listen, I'm sorry about what happened.
She didn't say sorry though.
Well, that's true. She did not apologize. She was just like, you can use me as a
Yeah.
pawn against Janelle. Like, you've got to go after Janelle.
Yeah.
If you go after Janelle, you're going to be good with the house. Like, do what the house wants.
Look, everyone
and use
wants
me.
Janelle out.
Yeah.
You'd be a hero, basically, is what she's saying,
Yeah.
if you put her up. And you know what? If you do use me as a pawn, that's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm good.
Okay, on one hand, that's decent, but on the other hand, I like the vet, please.
Yeah.
Come up with something better.
I know. And then we see Sarah now coming to Kaser, and she's like,
Who, me and James? What?
I told you.
I never.
I've never been to Atlanta in my
What
life.
are you talking about?
He's from Atlanta. Like,
She's like,
what?
I don't like lying.
Yeah. She
But
keeps
I'm
saying
doing
that,
it.
and then she keeps lying. I was like, you can just drop that narrative because
Right.
you're a liar, and everybody is in the game. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're the
Straight
worst
up
person in the house,
lie.
but like,
Do it.
drop the act of like,
Yes.
I want to be honest, and then
Right.
turning around and lying.
Yes,
The
exactly.
editors are having a ball with that, so just for your own sake, stop.
Yeah, right. We see another conversation with James,
Yeah.
and now he's kind of doing the same Janelle pitch.
He's like, I gotta come hard with Janelle because like I think he kind of feels it. Like he's like, ugh, like they keep coming after me and Sarah. Like I gotta pitch Janelle hard. And so he's
Right.
saying like, dude, if you put up Janelle, you're gonna be good with the house for weeks. Like this is gonna be good for your game long term.
Okay, let's stop right here because, yeah, that obviously is a safe choice if the house wants somebody out.
Yeah.
But is it only clear to us that Kaser is close to Janelle?
Yeah.
Like, what? Do they
Does nobody
really
else
not
see?
see it?
Yeah.
Because it seems obvious to us.
Uh-huh.
Janelle is literally up in the room with him and
Yeah.
like off in the gold room and like they're talking.
Yes.
So
And
it seems
it's
like a difficult pitch.
yeah, to say like, hey, why don't you put your number one ally up on
That
the block?
girl.
And you'll be good with all of us who've been targeting you for the past couple of weeks. Like that's essentially the pitch. So it seems like it's not really gonna go anywhere. And then sure enough, Kaser makes his nominations and it's Maggie and James, which is what Janelle suggested.
Which is what Janelle pitched. Now, going into noms, I really was like, I don't know
Yeah.
where Kaser's head's at.
Yeah.
We heard what Janelle pitched.
Mhm.
We heard all these other pitches that don't seem accurate.
Yeah.
But I'm also seeing Kaser really trying to work with James. So
Yeah.
I'm like, is he going to put a vet in Maggie out?
Right.
I wasn't sure where this was going, but he did it. He put James and
He did.
Maggie.
Yeah.
When a vet was safe, I was like, huh?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yes.
And now we get to see a pissy James.
Yes.
Which is actually
amazing.
my favorite James.
So we're moving into the second episode of this eviction cycle, and Eric is saying, James, it's not over. Like, don't worry. But then, of course, Maggie's like, if you're telling James it's not over, does that mean it's over for, like, what are you doing?
Well, we get to see pissy James, but we get to see Maggie, like, taking things real personal.
Uh-huh.
And Eric realizing he's kind of screwed.
Yeah.
And I think it was James who was like, this is about you, buddy. This is to get you.
Yeah.
You're safe. I'm up because of you. Maggie's
Uh-huh.
up because of you.
Yeah.
And Eric's like, Maggie? Why Maggie?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
We're still doing that.
pretending.
Okay,
yeah.
got it. Well, then James kind of immediately pivots to like, all right,
Yep.
I gotta go get in with these other people.
The quote from James is, I have to make my enemies my friends.
Right.
He's realizing he's up there because of Eric. Okay, change course.
Yeah,
Now these people that I was working against, let's work with
let's
them.
work together.
He's talking to Kaser.
Says, you gotta go after Eric. And then he goes to Janelle and he's like, I think we should get Eric out. Well, that's music to Janelle's ears because she has
Hundo.
hated Eric all along.
Absolutely.
So like, this is a good tune for James to be singing now because I
Yes.
think that's
That's exactly what Kaser wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Janelle, yes.
Yeah.
We get a brief little break here where Sarah solves another puzzle.
She does. She can't spell, but she can solve a puzzle.
Can't spell.
Yeah.
But the girl's got a brain for puzzles. I mean, why? It blows my mind.
Yeah.
But it was a fun little thing. They got these coasters. She's like, that's like the tile on the wall. She's like counting over.
Yeah.
She seems really smart in these moments.
She does, yeah. So, but the safe thing doesn't really lead anywhere. They
No.
just get like
They
one
have
number,
one number,
for the
yeah.
safe. Who knows what it's going to be? We'll find
Yeah.
out. Then James and Sarah decide.
Okay, so Sarah has been sort of like uncomfortable with this whole lying thing.
Mhm.
So when she goes back to James and is like, they don't trust us, we have to be honest, we have to be honest. I don't know, I'm not like feeling it because I
Yeah.
just don't think Sarah's head's in the game.
Yeah.
But it turns out to be a great decision. James like, fine, let's be clean.
Yeah.
James goes to Kaser, Sarah goes to Janelle. Oh, we're dating!
Okay, yeah,
I love
we're boyfriend and
him.
girlfriend, you
Oh my
were
God,
right.
it's my life.
And Kaser's like, great, now you can be in with us.
Yes.
Okay, final six. You, me, Janelle, Sarah, Howie, and Rachel.
Yes.
It's gonna happen.
Yes, now Kaser feels so good with James. He's like, you'll come down and we can go after Eric.
Yeah.
James is like, absolutely, let's go after
Great.
Eric.
Yeah.
Is this when we get Rachel up?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Kaser brings up Rachel. We already know that Howie's in, right?
Uh-huh.
So all he has to do is go to Rachel. Now, I don't love this
I
conversation.
don't, because it's not so much like pitching her an
No.
alliance. It's informing her that
Yep.
this alliance is in place.
He informs her of all the pairs. He informs her that if James comes down, he'll put Eric up. And he informs her that this is a final 6 and they'll go to 6 and may the best man win.
And what's her reaction?
She's just like, Right, and then even in her DRs, she's like, and then he said this.
Yeah.
So this is it. And I was like, oh, there's more to her sentences.
Yeah.
That they're just not showing
It
us.
did feel like there was a little bit left unsaid there, but it seemed like maybe she was going to go along with it at least for this
Right.
week.
So in this moment, this week, we have this 6 who are working towards a goal.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like Rachel thinks she's like a partner in this 6.
Right.
And I feel like this is going to come back and bite some people in the butt.
It certainly might.
We will find out.
Yes.
But we have a very cool 6 with a very cool goal
And
at
now
this point.
their goal is this veto competition. So now it starts with the veto pick, okay? And the
Before we get to the veto tick or the pick, the Maggie conversation.
right. Now I liked what I saw from Maggie here. I think Sarah wasn't so much of a
I'm
fan
not
of it.
loving her.
But I liked the way that Maggie, she took some time to collect her thoughts. She didn't come in too hot
the next
immediately
day.
after, the nomination. But she's like, I was very hurt, which I don't really love it when people say that because I'm like, it's not about your feelings.
It's really not.
But, she's playing the emotional card.
Yeah.
So she was hurt and she's saying like, listen, I don't believe in pawns. And now I'm finding out that I'm a pawn. You're telling me that I'm a pawn.
Right, because Kaser's like, you're not the target. And I think in a way he's being honest. Like, no, really my target originally it was to get Eric, to like put him in a bad spot. But now it's like really to get Eric out.
Right.
So he's just kind of like hinting to her, but she's like, no.
It doesn't add up because she's like, if James were the target, why wouldn't you tell me?
Yeah.
But the thing is, Kaser's a couple moves ahead of her, and she's not thinking there yet. Her mind is not that Eric is maybe the target, that maybe someone's being backdoored and I am like a pawn in this whole process. She's thinking, if it's not James, then it's me. So, she's just
and just because you don't believe in pawns, like, she's still just taking things personally, which is why I just didn't love this conversation. Because she's still hurt. She's still taking things personally, and even if he says she's not the target, she's still like, well, I just want to win this veto. Like, she can't see outside of the fact that she wants to save herself. So I'm like, it is what it is. Does Kaser owe her any explanation?
No.
No.
Because she's been targeting him with the other side of the house. But I did kind of like how she just came up there, like, very clear, very direct, and kind of backed Kaser into a corner that he couldn't explain his way out of.
Yeah.
And so she's getting information, even though it's not, like, direct information, she's like, I feel like she's informing herself about what's going on in a way. Like, not explicitly, but she's going up there and calling Kaser out, and he doesn't really have an explanation, and so she's rightfully suspicious of what's going on.
For sure.
So then it's the veto pick. And the best part of this is, again, James is on a rampage.
James on the block is fun!
He is so mad, and he's like, I'm gonna pick Janelle to spite the house.
Just to tick them off, and it's exactly what it does. They're like,
Yvette is
what?
so mad. And this is really, I think, the first time that the rest of the house fully realizes that maybe James has flipped and is working with Kaser, Janelle, Howie.
This whole thing I love so much. This whole veto
Yes.
is some of the best Big Brother I've seen.
Yes.
And this is just like the first drop. They're like, what?
Yeah.
James picks Janelle. So it's like the first baby step.
Yeah.
Then as we get out to this chessboard, this human chess game, which I love, and we have a few people who are actually good at chess.
Yes.
Now, granted, it's not exactly the same because once a piece comes up, you can't go there.
Right.
But they have the mind for it, and they have a plan. The 6 has a plan.
It's the perfect competition for the 4 of these people to gang up on Yvette and Maggie. Like, you don't really see competitions like this anymore in Big Brother, where you can, like, corner somebody like this and just eliminate them.
Physically, literally.
Yeah.
Like, you can nowadays you can pick
strategize
someone over and over again. They can become aware that you're going after them.
But they, like, joined forces and blocked Yvette.
Literally.
On purpose.
This was so cool visually. And the fact that Yvette goes first, so you can easily strategize to block her in.
Yeah.
But then after Yvette's out, they just move straight to
They're
Maggie.
just like
and you
moving in.
visually see them on a board like swarming Maggie.
Mm-hmm.
And not only is Maggie like realizing, wait, they're coming after me, I can't move. The people watching, like Eric, are like slowly
They see it happening.
realizing what's happening.
Yeah.
So good.
And what's great too is that like Maggie's boxed in.
Yeah.
But they don't have April just say like, Maggie, you're out.
Yeah.
They're like, Maggie, make a move.
Yeah.
And she has to look around and see that every possible move has been blocked for her.
Mm-hmm.
And she has to like opt herself out. Like, I don't have a move. And
she's
then
like,
yeah.
she's like really trying, like what's every possibility, and eventually she's like, I
they got
don't
me.
have it, I'm out. And so then the rest of the, the four can continue to sort of play, and they move, and one by one they're all out, and then boom.
James wins the veto.
James wins the veto.
Imagine that. Yeah.
And by this point, people are just lit.
Oh my God.
This is so good.
Well,
Maggie doesn't waste a second.
Kaysar, I gotta talk to you.
Can we talk?
She's like, I just want you to know that you just made this game very dirty. And he's like, I know. Like, I know what I'm doing.
Okay, dirty, please.
And she's, I know. And she's like, well, you just sealed my fate. And he's like, no, I sealed your partner's fate.
Oh my God, Kaysar, is he in a movie? Was that scripted?
Savage.
Oh.
And he's like, I caught the bigger fish.
Yes.
And she's like, stunned.
She can't even react.
Speechless.
She's just
because I think it's twofold, right?
Yes.
Because she's like, whoa, he knows that Eric and I are partners. And B, he's getting Eric out.
This wasn't about me the whole time.
I have been a pawn.
What?
Yes. Like,
Maggie, look outside your personal feelings.
Yeah.
That'll help you in the game.
Uh-huh.
Just a thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's stunned. She's like, and like, she's trying to be mean, but like yelling out like, whatever, amazing, great, as she storms off.
And
but
Eric,
yes, great, literally great move, sir.
It's a great move and a great moment that like, it just was so well put together by him. And Eric is now on a rampage.
Okay, Eric's pissed. She hasn't even gotten to tell Eric yet.
No,
Eric is just mad from what he saw, so because now he comes out.
I think what he's thinking is his partner's gonna go home, and he's mad about that. He doesn't even know what he's in for, but he's saying Kaysar swore on his life, which I don't think that happened. And then he's saying, the Quran. I didn't read in the Quran where this happens. And I'm like, well, first of all, I don't think you ever read the Quran. And then he snatches a hat off of James's head. And it's just embarrassing. And I'm like, you've claimed that you're not inclined to violence, but I'm tending to think that maybe you are.
Oh, it looked like it.
Yeah.
But he did say in this yell, tell me I'm not, look me in the eye and tell me I'm not going up.
Yeah.
Because we know a replacement nominee is going to go up. And Eric does have the fear inside him.
Yes.
And Kaysar is not going to lie.
Kaysar's like, I can't do that.
And so Eric now knows, he got me.
And James lays it out for Eric. He's like, well, listen.
Don't snatch a hat off my head, bud.
You said that you weren't going to backstab me, and then you did, and now the shoe's on the other foot.
Yeah.
It's a game.
It's a game. Like, Eric is literally storming around, like the little guy that he is.
Yeah.
And James is like, what? It's a game. What are you talking about? And then Eric's all like,
I'm not upset. I'm not upset. Okay. And I'm like, you are.
You don't look like you're upset at all, Eric. Can't tell at all.
Right.
Even Maggie and her vet are telling him to calm down.
Yeah, they're like, don't bring religion into this. Like, come on.
Yeah.
So Eric is just sort of like digging his own grave, just like Michael did. Like, that's what's great about this season and the drama of it is that people, when they feel like they're going home, they're not trying to like strategize and weave their way through it. They're just
James.
Well, James definitely did. But like Eric and Michael, their strategy is just like blow up when people are targeting me. They can't handle it. And Yvette is sort of equally destroyed that Eric might be going up on the block. She's just already, just in tears and beside herself that maybe Eric is going to go up on the block.
Is this when we see them in the gym?
Yes.
And Yvette's like,
she's like walking out her frustration. Yeah. So weird.
They are.
Then we get to the veto ceremony. Of course, James uses the veto on himself.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. And Eric, sure enough, goes
Eric
up as
goes
the
up.
replacement. So
So
got
he's
that
not
pair.
surprised, but
Yeah.
he is not happy,
happy.
about it. And
Yes.
neither is Maggie,
Yeah.
and neither is Yvette.
Yeah. So then we go to the live eviction episode.
Live eviction
Is it
episode.
live? I'm not sold.
is.
Okay.
It literally said live on the bottom.
I just am. It just feels weird to
It's
me.
an
These episodes
awkward
are very
live.
awkwardly produced.
I love that at the top, Julie tells us she's going to reveal something to the house that they've been suspecting.
Suspecting,
and I was like,
huh?
No, I'm pretty sure Kaser laid it all out for us this week, Julie.
Everybody knows.
We know.
Okay.
We get a little package of Maggie and Eric handling both being on the block. Obviously,
Yeah.
someone's going to go. Maggie is really under the impression that she's probably the threat.
Yeah, and then they like start to show the house talking about how like maybe Maggie's a smarter player than Eric, and I'm like, this just
You don't
I'm not
backdoor
buying it.
someone. You don't
Yeah,
take someone off the block and put another person up
another huge target.
to
Like,
keep.
yeah, like if you were trying to send Maggie home,
Yeah.
throw up a Sarah or something
Yeah.
like that. You know, like
Right.
it doesn't make sense that you would put up such a
No.
strong personality next
This
to
is just
Maggie.
more proof to me that I don't feel like Maggie's head is really in the game.
Yeah.
Like, I think she's trying, and I think she's a smart person.
Yeah.
But she doesn't see the big picture.
No.
The fact that she thought that they might come after her, when just a minute ago, she was sure she would not be a nominee.
Yeah.
She
yeah.
was like, I'm not worried at all. I don't think I'll go up. Then she's a nominee, and she's like, what? And now
Right.
she's like, I'm probably going. And I'm
It's
like,
like,
Maggie,
you're
what?
out of touch
Yeah.
with what's going on here.
She says to Eric, have I been wrong yet in this house?
I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, several times
Yeah.
in the past week.
Yeah.
Like, okay. But let's just try harder.
Whatever, okay.
Yeah,
but
it's
obviously the editors are trying to make us think, we don't know who's
Yeah,
going.
right. Then we see a couple of votes, you know, that this is the way
Yeah, they
these
showed
episodes
us
are structured.
more votes in this
They did.
episode
They're showing
than
us
last
almost
week.
everyone's episode, or everyone's vote
Mm-hmm.
this episode. So the first few, of course, Janelle and Sarah are voting to evict Eric because they're on Kaser's side.
Yes.
And Jennifer and April are voting out Maggie.
Which kind of was good proof to see, because I assumed our six had said, okay, Eric is our target, we're
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
going for him. But the cult group, the sheep, are not going to want to keep Maggie over Eric. They're
They all
gonna
love
try
Eric.
to keep Eric.
Yvette and I think April, like they're
Yeah.
both really close to Eric, and so
Right.
they probably, you know, convince their partners like we gotta cut Maggie loose and keep Eric. He's better for our game.
Exactly.
Then
We get a home visit.
yes,
We get a home visit to both Kaser and Janelle, which is cute to see, and I can only assume that at this time in 2005, America was loving them
Sure.
as the underdogs.
I'm sure-
And so we wanted to see their families.
Yes, and I think they wanted to, you know, have this sort of like cross and building bridges kind of a
Right.
narrative of
They're
like
not, two people
you know,
who
Minnesota girl or
never-
whatever state she's from,
Yeah,
and you know, he's
Minnesota.
like an Iraqi immigrant, and
Right.
both of their families loving the other. Like
Yes.
they want to have that narrative, which is great.
Yeah, it was cute.
And then we do get to see Kaser's interview with Julie, which I don't think was like horribly illuminating in any way,
No,
but
it was fine.
yeah. Then everybody sits down and has a circle up.
Okay.
Because we're sick of lying in this house, and we're all just gonna tell everybody who the partners are.
Okay, everyone's been talking about their partners, so
Yeah.
it does make sense that they're like, okay, let's just get this out in the open.
Yeah.
And so Maggie and Eric kind of are like, if we start,
Well,
will
everybody,
everyone...
come on.
And they do. Okay,
Yeah.
this is my favorite moment. Eric's like, yes,
Yeah.
Maggie, I've known her for years. She's an aunt to my kids. Yvette, I need Xanax! It's like the worst news ever for Yvette. I'm not the
Yeah,
aunt to
I
Eric's
know.
kids.
I can't believe how much Yvette loves Eric. It's so strange.
What?
You've never met this person. Why do you feel such a connection with him?
I don't know.
Anyway,
I will
it's
never
sort
understand.
of people are coming clean
Yeah.
except April and Jennifer and Yvette and Bo don't want to come clean yet.
swear.
Yeah.
I do not know Jennifer. I don't know Jennifer, you guys.
I don't know her.
Wait, what? I swear.
I swear.
Like, I was
and
like,
Yvette and
girl.
Bo, I forget exactly what everyone said, but I think Yvette was like, I've seen him, like I know who he is, but we've never met. It's kind of thing.
I
don't
think
know.
eventually, because at first I saw Yvette crying, and she's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you guys have
It's
an
so
advantage.
easy for you.
How do you think it feels? I don't have, I was like, girl is laying on thick.
She is, yeah.
Because they're gonna find out at some point.
They're gonna find out, and April and Jennifer realize that, because we do eventually see a conversation between the two of them where they're like, we gotta tell everybody before Yvette and Beau tell everybody.
Right.
Because we don't want to be the last holdouts.
Yeah.
You know, so they then kind of spill the beans to the house, and they're all like, we know.
Why did they even lie?
Yeah.
If I was there and we were all around the couch.
Yeah.
And everyone's coming clean. Like, you just can't
What's
be
the point?
the only
You
one
look
lying.
worse holding out this lie.
Yes.
When everybody really kind of knows deep down, like, you just look stupid. And
Yeah.
like, you can't be trusted. If you're busted
Right.
and you still won't come clean, not good.
No, and obviously they eventually do come clean, like, slightly. She's
Right.
like, I don't know this bitch.
Right.
But
Yeah.
she's like, look, we're partners, you
Right,
know.
right.
But it's like, yeah, obviously you have to be
Yeah.
you have to be honest at this point.
And then Yvette comes out to Eric and she's like, what if I told you I had a girlfriend? And he's like, wow. Like, it's another Yvette
And
coming
this
out
is so
segment.
weird to me that Yvette's like, I can see why they would pair us together.
Right.
And Eric's like, oh, what?
Yeah.
And I'm like, why is this a big deal? I
know.
can't believe this.
It's so weird.
I was alive and an adult in 2005.
Yeah, and people are still like, what? So then we see a few more votes come in, and it's 4-4 with Rachel as the one where she's like
Yeah, we
talking it
see-
out. And I'm like, did she vote for Eric?
Yeah.
Like, we didn't see the official Rachel saying, I vote to evict Eric, because they want
Right.
to leave a little suspense, I
So
guess.
we have the votes even,
Yeah.
4-4.
Mhm.
Now we know Rachel's part of this final 6.
Yeah, yeah.
But I didn't feel like she was 100% part of this final 6.
Uh-huh.
So I'm assuming it's going to be Eric, but
Yeah.
it's not clear.
Yeah, but then quickly after, you know, Julie announces the vote, 5-4. Eric is gone, so that confirms that Rachel voted to evict Eric. So it was really along that final 6 alliance that, you know, things went down. And Maggie is quite lucky that she was up on the block next to Eric and not somebody else. Because things could have
I
gone differently
honestly
for her.
can't believe it was that easy to get Eric out.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really good gameplay.
It was.
It took multiple minds
Oh my
together, multiple people working together.
Yeah, they made it look easy, right? But
Right.
like, how
There were moves.
how common is it that so many things would go right? You
Yeah.
know, like that you would bring in James and Sarah and Rachel, and they would actually stick to that alliance,
Yeah.
and nobody would go rat you out to the other side of the house. You know, it just was like this sort of perfect
Right.
storm of like everybody. Yeah, okay, we're all on the same page. Like, let's do this.
We saw last week, we saw Rachel like giving Eric information when she overheard Michael talking. And maybe this just sort of is lumped into when I feel like something's going to come back and bite Kaser and maybe Janelle in the butt
Yeah.
with Rachel.
Yeah.
But for this moment, I guess she's in it. I don't know. I just kept, just knowing Big Brother as a whole, I was just like, where's this gonna go?
Yeah.
How are they gonna keep Eric? It just, like, getting him out just seemed like
Yeah.
such a big thing that
Yeah.
I was surprised it actually was pulled off.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I am clapping
I know.
and
Well done.
celebrating. He's
Yeah.
the perfect type of person to be at the top and
Yeah.
then to just be knocked
Just
down
really
at the
knock
bottom.
him down, yeah.
Absolutely.
So in his exit interview with Julie, he's very respectful, very measured in, you know, what he's saying, the way he's speaking, and it just feels like
He's
we
like-
all know what happened. Like, we all know you're a
Well-
hothead. Like, you're trying to act like,
Yeah.
oh, it's all a game, and what's, you know, it's
Julie's
fair
like,
and
well,
no
what
hard feelings.
happened?
Yeah.
Some deals were broken.
Uh-huh.
And I just wanted to be like, yeah, Eric, last week,
Yeah.
you broke a deal with Michael. Okay, you didn't think it was that big of a deal, but guess what? It turned out to be Kaser's partner.
Uh-huh.
Kaser comes back to you, and it doesn't matter if he or James or anyone breaks the deal because you
Right.
broke that deal
You
first.
broke it.
But he's not thinking that.
No.
He's just thinking that Kaser broke a deal with
Yes,
him.
exactly. Julie says to him, what do you want to tell your kids about this? And he's like, well, I want my kids to know that I'm a man of my word.
Always have been, always will be. No,
right.
like, people who just, like, cling on to this stuff, it's like,
Yeah,
it's a game.
Yeah.
I want you to just say, look, I did my moves last week, and this is what I got in return. That's the game.
Yeah.
Be like, good moves, Kaser.
Right, right.
Because they were good
Yeah,
moves.
it was worst case scenario for Kaser to win HOH, and I ended up on the wrong side of it. You
Yeah.
know, like, I just, you know, screwed him over with his partner, so then he decided to return the favor. you know, well played, Kaser.
Yes,
but that
well
is not,
played.
you know, how Eric is,
No,
is phrasing
it's just
things.
like when people take things personally, but yet they had already done things
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
asked those people
Yes.
not to take it personally.
Right.
Give me a break.
So then we see this bizarre goodbye message from
What
Maggie.
spell does Eric have over people?
You guys, she straight up said, "I love you."
She
Eric.
said, Eric means the world to me. I love you.
What?
If I am her boyfriend back home or / Eric's wife
wife?
back home, I'm calling up her boyfriend and being like,
What's
wait, are
going
they
on?
having an affair?
Yes.
What is happening?
Yeah. Like, it's very weird. I don't get
can't
it.
wait to Google all
I
of
know,
this.
that's
when
all I
this
wanted
show
to
is
do.
over.
But I was like, you can't Google
I can't
because then you're
Google
going
it,
to
yeah.
get spoilers. But
Yes.
I need to know
I need to
if Maggie
know
and Eric left their significant others for
What
each other.
crazy life Eric is actually leading.
It was so weird. But, you know, Maggie now, I think, is on a warpath.
Of course.
Just as, like, Janelle was when
Yep.
Ashley got evicted.
Yep.
And Kaser was when Michael got evicted.
Yep.
So then we go into the HOH competition.
And of course, the tables have to turn.
Yes.
That's the way it goes.
And I thought Janelle was going to win it because she
It sure seemed like
was
it.
the only one who really could get it on the board, staying on
Yeah.
the board.
She's the first one rolling
Yeah.
this ball,
Yeah.
and it's kind of confusing where there's like multiple holes and then there's like a bullseye kind of
Yeah.
section. But anyway, Janelle's ball is like right there.
Yeah.
Everyone else is going off, and I'm like, wait a minute, is Janelle just gonna win this?
I know, and I keep thinking, I'm like waiting for, because everyone talks about Janelle's a comp beast, so I'm just waiting for that to start to kick in. So I'm like, this is when it's happening. This is the first win for Janelle. Okay, great. I'm ready. But second to last throw, I think,
Yes,
was Maggie.
Maggie.
And she gets like a hair closer than
Yeah,
Janelle. Like
a little bit closer.
Very close, but that's all that takes. Then Sarah goes,
The last
sinks
one
it
is
into
Sarah,
the first hole.
and it looked like she purposely put it in that
Aimed.
ball.
Yeah.
The ball in that hole.
Yes.
That's what it looked like. She was like, cool, this is how we play this game. I put it right in this hole.
Do I win?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Cauliflower?
Sarah. Like, literally, we are depending on you. Your final 6 is depending on you at this moment.
I know.
And you can't pull that off.
She literally like
It
sunk
was the worst
the ball
throw
right in.
anyone had done.
Yeah. So now Maggie is the HOH, and I'm thinking, goodbye, Kaser.
Well,
Like, good luck.
I mean, we like things to go back and forth, so
Yeah.
this is good. But yeah, she is obviously going to be upset with Kaser.
100%.
She's always hated Janelle.
Yeah.
Maybe she's mad at James now because
Yeah.
James was clearly in on
Right.
this.
I mean, there are a lot of people for her to be mad at
Mm-hmm.
because Eric was voted out by a majority. Howie and Rachel are in that too. You know, so it'll
Yep.
be interesting to see who she picks out as her targets. But
There
I
were
think
5 votes
Yeah.
plus an HOH.
yeah, but I do think that Kaser and Janelle are going to be at the top of her list.
But here's what it needs to be.
Hmm.
Yes, I agree. But Julie just laid it on for all of them.
Hello.
If the pairs make it to the end,
Yes.
they get a ton more money.
Yes.
So even though you are mad at Janelle and Kaser, you have to look at that 6 and you have to say who are still pairs.
That's right, because those pair alliances are stronger than ever now.
You have to break them up. If you are thinking about anything other than breaking up those pairs,
Yeah.
I don't know what you're
You're
doing.
foolish, yeah.
Yes.
Kaser and Janelle are like, they're not islands, they have alliances, but they don't have that ride or die. You
Right.
now have to break up those ride or dies
Yes.
because those bonds are stronger than anything else that they could possibly form in the game because they want that $1 million.
Yeah, if I'm her, I'm going to look at that 6 and I'm going to say James and Sarah are a pair and Rachel and Howie are a pair. And
Yeah.
I'm going to pick one of those
Yeah.
and I'm going to throw those 2 up.
Yeah.
I
And
just
maybe it's
feel
James
like
because-
that's the clear way to go.
Yeah, so she may, you know, Rachel and Howie were kind of just like numbers in
Right.
that vote. They didn't really make any big moves. James really is the one who made big moves
Yeah.
to get Eric up.
Yeah.
So maybe James is gonna suffer Maggie's wrath.
That's what I would think that she should do,
Uh-huh.
but she might be blinded by the whole Kaser Janelle thing, and
Yeah.
she might be lumping them together, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But I assume she's putting some people up in that 6.
She better, yeah. And it better be a pair, I think, strategy-wise.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's like, Maggie, what are you doing?
But she's playing emotionally, so I don't know.
Well, yeah,
I don't
we shall
trust.
see. But this has been so fun to watch so
It
far.
has.
I
This
was
was
like a little bit like,
good.
I don't know how entertaining it's going to be. Is it going to hold up? But like the drama is thick, it is real, and it's been fun to watch.
Absolutely. This, I can see why people talk about how good 6 is.
Yeah.
Because from the get-go, we were split.
Yep.
And we're going back and forth.
Yeah.
That's good Big Brother right
good
there.
stuff. Yeah.
Are you guys having fun watching it with us?
Yes, let us know what you think in the comments.
Yes,
and we will
please.
be back next week for another eviction cycle.
Yes. Yes, episodes 10, 11, and 12 for next week.
Great.
We will see you then.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.